Hey there, welcome to Monday Move where we enhance your asana. So today, sticking with the theme of core poses, we are going to be working with a variation of tiger pose or cat pose. I believe the names sometimes are interchanged. So let's hop on to our mats and get started. So on hands and knees, you want to have your hands more of an outer shoulder width distance. So you don't want your hands too narrow. You want them a little bit more of a outer shoulder distance. And you want your knees hip distance apart directly underneath your hips. Okay? So with this pose, what we're going to get at is extending one leg back and lifting it up to hip height. And the other arm is going to come forward. Okay? So some misalignments that occur, the main one here is that when we lift the leg and arm, our belly drops and we come into more like a cow pose position through our spine. What we really need to focus on, where the core work comes in, is keeping that belly lifted and our spine nice and neutral as we extend out. So let's kind of see how that works. So I'll show you the misalignment here. So as people begin to extend their leg out, what happens is their lower back falls to the ground. One reason is because they think they need to extend their leg up as high as they possibly can. And it's not about the height of the leg. It's just getting the leg to hip height, keeping the lower belly scooped up to keep a nice neutral spine. And then as we extend our arm forward, we keep pressing through our base hand so we don't also dump into our shoulder. So we want to press through the floor with our base hand, belly up. And the other misalignment that can happen is they can hike the hip open. So you really want to think about kissing your lifted leg hip to your base leg hip. So really roll that hip point down so the hips are square to the floor. You're broad through your shoulders and upper back. And then you're stretching from fingertip to toes. And then you can relax. I don't know if you guys are hearing a little bit of commotion. Those are my cats, hence cat and tiger pose. Why not work with the theme? They're running back and forth here. So let's kind of go over that again. So some misalignments. We can drop into our belly. We want to keep the front body lifted. We can hike the hip up. We want to keep our hips square. We can drop into our shoulder girdle in our base arm. So we really want to press the hand through the floor to keep the shoulder girdle nice and strong. So let's go through that one more time. I'm going to do the opposite side. So I like to start by curling my toes under. So I'm going to curl my left toes under. My core is already engaged. I'm already thinking of lifting, there's a cat, lifting my lower belly. Slide your foot back, and then to lift the leg, all you do is squeeze your hamstrings to lift the leg. Work on lifting more through the inner thigh than the outer thigh. That'll also help keep the hips square to the ground. I'm really lifting my belly here. My chest is broad. And now as I press forward with my right hand, I'm really pressing down into my left hand. So my shoulders nice and strong and stable. I'm not looking forward. I'm not craning the back of my neck. I'm just keeping my ear in line with my upper arm. And of course, I'm breathing. And then replace hand and knee back to the ground. This is a great pose to begin to strengthen your core if it's been a while. There are variations to that, but that was just the nice, the first variation that I wanted to show you. So remember, core, hip, and shoulder. With those three, you'll really find the balance and you really start to get that core firing. So enjoy, play with it. As always, comment and let me know if you have any extra questions or concerns. And other than that, I will see you next Monday, and we will stick with some core poses. Have a great rest of your day, a wonderful week. Namaste.